Hey kids, this is Darth Devil Daddy, and I was going to do my little experiment today. This is Extra XP Day, so we're going to see what this yields. 137 experience. Now that should be 1.5 times regular, which is fine. Not a problem. What we're going to do, though, is go to the same guy. Oh, crud. Okay, I guess he was close enough. But we are going to find somebody similar and use a double experience. And what we're going to find out is whether we're going to get 274, 275. So that is a cumulative effect. It is well worth getting the double experience points out on your Saturday, because it will have a noticeable effect on your experience gathering. Now, however, that is the difference between additive and cumulative. You see, a cumulative is taking the 150% and then doubling that. The additive, which would make it 300%, by the way, the additive effect would have been making it up to 250%, which is still good, still worth using your double XP on Saturday. However, there is another application to this kind of mathematics, and that is in terms of interest for loans. Now, there are two types of loans you may want to keep an eye out on: the credit card and payday loan, both of which use cumulative mathematics. And the cumulative math makes a rather interesting effect in terms of how your bills get paid. You see, let's say you took out a $1,000 loan. And if you pay it in the first month, no problem. You owe nothing. However, if you do not pay it for a year, you end up owing $2,200, roughly speaking. So how does that work precisely? Well, first month is normal 10%, 1,100. The next month adds the amount that you acquired from the previous month. So it would be 10% of 1,100, putting it up to 1,210, and so on and so forth until you get to the point where you have $2,200. Now, if you let that go for a year, you're probably going to be looking at $4,000 or another year. And of course, you know, I don't know how to tell you this, credit cards typically aren't 10% loans. More often than not, they're 30 to 40% loans, and they want you to use them, they want you to abuse them, and then they want to own the next huge allotment of your paychecks. And they will follow you for years to get it. Payday loans are even worse, because a lot of times, not only do they have the cumulative interest, but if you don't pay on time, they'll add an extra steep fine onto it, which also gets charged interest. So, as a handy tip, based on what you've learned in Trove today, find out if a loan's cumulative interest, and I can guarantee credit cards and payday loans are, though banks occasionally will try them. Car companies, places like that, make sure that that's not the type of loan they're offering, and if they are, do your business elsewhere. There's hundreds of legitimate businesses that are not going to go for that kind of profiteering off of loans. Now, back when our country was first founded, and pretty much large parts of history through Europe, those types of tactics were called usury, and it was a sin when you were profiting exclusively off of loans and so forth. Which is, if you'd like to know some bit of history more, the reason why there are so many Jews in banking, especially through Europe and America. Because Christians weren't willing to do that, and Jews were, they got well established. Not to say it's bad, it's just the way things are. Anyway, I've got more stuff to do, and I've probably given you enough history and lectures on not getting into credit card debt and not taking payday loans. So with that, my friends, I have to say, goes out.